several gases. Here I have written some of that, like composition of air. Here we can see nitrogen 78.9%. You can see the amount or the percentage of nitrogen is highest among rest all gases. Oxygen 20.95, argon 0.92, carbon dioxide 0.04, along with that some variable amount of water vapor and dust. And remember, these all percentages are not fixed for all the areas. Like we can find little high percentage of carbon dioxide in industrialized areas. So, and water vapor, the quantity of water vapor and dust also is not fixed for all the areas. Generally in the forest areas we can find more water vapor and less dust. So this is a rough percentage of composition of air. And as air is composed of several gases, we call it as we can also call air as a mixture, and also there are some other reasons why we call air as a mixture. Now I am not discussing, already we have done this part. So this is what the composition of air. So in this chapter we are going to read about the highest percentage gas in the atmosphere, that is the nitrogen. Okay, in this chapter we are going to discuss about nitrogen. Various in details we will discuss about nitrogen, and rest all a little bit we will discuss, but more details we will have the highest percentage gas, that is the nitrogen. So here I have written Daniel Rutherford discovered nitrogen for the first time in 1772, and he named it as nitrogen in 1774. Okay, in 1774 he named it as nitrogen, but the discovery was in 1772. Okay, so nitrogen is a very essential component which is present in air. Let me tell you some important criteria of nitrogen. The first one, nitrogen is present in free state in atmosphere. In which state? Free. What do you mean by free state? Nitrogen is present in free state in atmosphere, means it cannot combine with any other gases. As carbon can combine with oxygen to form carbon dioxide, hydrogen can combine with oxygen to form water. Like that, nitrogen itself, unless we made it to react, by itself it cannot react with any other gases. Okay, that's why it is present in free state in the atmosphere. Okay, whenever we are talking about the atmospheric nitrogen, it is present in free state in the atmosphere. That's why it is also included under noble gases, because it is non-reactive. It cannot react with any other gases. Okay, that's why we call it as it is present in free state in the atmosphere. But nitrogen is a very essential component for animals. Do you know the formation of chlorophyll? For the formation of chlorophyll pigments, nitrogen is very essential. For the growth and development of our body, for the production of protein in our body, nitrogen is very essential. For the growth of our hair and skin also, nitrogen is very important. But nitrogen is present, as I said, in free state. It cannot combine with any other gases. So how plants and animals are having nitrogen from atmosphere, that part we will discuss. In our next class, we will discuss the nitrogen cycle. How the free atmospheric nitrogen can be available to plant, and when we are consuming plant, we are also taking nitrogen. Nitrogen is a very essential element which helps in making or building cells in our body, which helps in making proteins in our body. Okay, so remember, nitrogen is present in atmosphere, it is present in free state. There are some method of laboratory preparation of nitrogen, means artificially we can prepare nitrogen in lab. So among that, only one method it is given. I am about that one method. Laboratory preparation of nitrogen. Here it is given copper. Whenever we will allow air to pass into a hot copper gas, okay, a hot copper chamber, okay, we will heat a copper chamber and we will allow air to pass, means maximum quantity of air, we will neglect the smaller quantities. Let us talk about mostly the oxygen and nitrogen. Mostly the highest percentage is nitrogen and the next one is oxygen. So whenever we will allow air into the hot copper chamber, there will be a reaction. It forms copper oxide and leaving behind nitrogen. So here we can extract nitrogen. So this is a laboratory method of preparation of nitrogen. Okay. So oxygen will react with copper, leaving behind nitrogen. As I said, nitrogen is non-reactive. So nitrogen will not react. Oxygen will combine with copper and leaving behind nitrogen. So here we can get nitrogen. This is a laboratory preparation. Naturally we cannot have this. We need to prepare or we need to make it in lab. Okay. So there are several uses. Now come to the uses. Only one method here it is given. Next another Haber-Bosch process also I will discuss now. Uses. What are the uses of nitrogen? The first uses we can say in food industry. In food industry for making different preservatives, nitrogen is used. Have you all heard about cold storage, or generally we call it as cryopreservation? Cold storage is also known as cryopreservation. So in food industry, they use liquid nitrogen to store or to preserve foods. Okay. So in food industry, nitrogen is very widely used for making various preservatives. Okay. To store foods. The next one is for the formation of different chemicals, and the very important chemical is ammonia. Do you know ammonia is a very widely used fertilizer? So nitrogen is used in industry for making various chemicals which are used in some more important functions. The very important one, just now I have discussed ammonia. Ammonia is the combination of nitrogen and hydrogen. In industry they will allow nitrogen and hydrogen to combine in presence of a catalyst. Already we have discussed, remember this. In presence of which catalyst nitrogen and hydrogen reacts? Nitrogen and hydrogen reacts in presence of iron as a catalyst. Already we have discussed, and that equation also already we have discussed. 3N2 plus H2, okay, 2NH3, that all we have discussed. So NH3 or ammonia is a very widely used fertilizer. So in industry they are using Haber-Bosch process. Okay, by the help of Haber-Bosch process they are manufacturing ammonia in large scale, and ammonia is a very widely used fertilizer. So what they are doing, what is the laboratory setup of Haber-Bosch process? You can see here. At first they will allow atmospheric gases like hydrogen and nitrogen inside the chamber. You can see here it is given in the picture, it is showing here. First they are allowing nitrogen and hydrogen to pass. These nitrogen and hydrogen they are moving inside to a compressed chamber. There will be a chamber where they will supply heat. Okay, it is also called as compression chamber, or where they will compress nitrogen and hydrogen by applying heat. Now this compressed nitrogen and hydrogen, now it is allowed to pass into second chamber. We call it as catalytic chamber, where iron catalyst is present. So in that chamber, nitrogen and hydrogen reacts in the presence of a catalyst or iron. Why here iron is needed? As I said, nitrogen is non-reactive, so we need to use a catalyst which will enable the hydrogen and nitrogen to react. Now in the catalytic chamber, nitrogen and hydrogen react to make the ammonia gas. Ammonia gas is now, it is collected in the collecting chamber. You can see the last chamber, that is the collecting chamber, and that collecting chamber, another pipe is supplied outside where we can collect ammonia separately. There will be two separate pipes. One is for application of nitrogen and hydrogen inside, another is for collecting ammonia outside. Okay, so this is a very widely used industrial method of preparation of ammonia by Haber-Bosch process. Haber-Bosch process is a very widely used process in industries for the formation of ammonia. And ammonia, it is used widely for making fertilizers. Okay, like ammonium nitrite. Okay, ammonium cinamide or calcium cinamide. They all some more it is given in your book also. You can see it. I am not discussing that all. Just remember, ammonia is widely used for making several fertilizers for plant growth. Okay, ammonia is also used in making explosive. I think in class 6 you all have done this. Trinitrotoluene, TNT. Remember? Trinitrotoluene. Here nitrogen is used for making explosive. Trinitrotoluene is a very widely used explosive where nitrogen is used. Okay, so these all are some industrial uses of nitrogen. So nitrogen can also be used as medicines. Okay, as I said, nitrogen helps in making cells in our body building process. Nitrogen is very useful in making protein in our body. Nitrogen is very useful. So nitrogen is also used in manufacturing medicines along with antibiotics. Okay, so nitrogen is a very essential element for living, all the living things like plants and animals. Not only for animals, also for plants. Okay, so in our next topic we will discuss a very important part, that is nitrogen cycle. How the free atmospheric nitrogen is available to plants and animals. That part we will discuss. Okay, so till then just keep revising. Again revise the introductory part to nitrogen. Okay, we have started and I have just given the introduction to nitrogen. Okay, so the main topic, that is the nitrogen cycle, we will start in the next class. Till then just keep revising the topic. If any doubt, repeatedly you can ask me. Do not hesitate to ask your doubts. Okay, so till then just take care, keep revising.